Yeah, with a new student, you don't want to tell them what they should do because you want to give them the freedom to work on what they want to work on and work with, as I said, somebody they feel comfortable with. And everyone is different. And you might feel comfortable with one professor and someone else would not feel comfortable working with that person. So somebody new who comes in just has to be encouraged to pursue all the possibilities, to look around, see what can be done at that institution. You can't do everything at every institution. Every institution has its specialties. We have nuclear physics, we have atomic physics, we have astronomy, and we have solid state. Unfortunately, the atomic physics is kind of going down here. It's not going down nationally, but it's a big field nationally yet. And what's going to happen in the future here, I don't know. So first year students, give them a chance to have some exposure. Don't try to snap them in and say, you're going to work for me. You have to. No, you don't have to. The student who's taking their comprehensive, you still can't snare them at that point either, because they have to have the freedom to do what they want to do. They're worried about these exams. They're worried about passing. And what if they don't pass? Well, there's something to worry about. So, but if they get through it successfully, then they are in a position to choose. And then they can really look around. They've already been here maybe 2 years, and they have some time to think about what they want to do. And they can talk to one or two professors in that area, or maybe two areas, and see if that's something they could do, and they could work with the person involved. So they want to be careful at that point and choose something that is within their capabilities. It's a mistake for somebody who's dream of theoretical physics and they want to go into it, but they're clearly not cut out for it. There are very few people who are really cut out to be high energy physicists or theorists. Or theorists for any field really who contribute a lot. So you want to be careful, probably first of all, be an experimentalist if you can, and then you can go from there. But be careful in that time if you pass your qualifiers and you have to choose your advisor. Don't limit yourself right away when you get done. Now I'm done, I can work with so-and-so. Maybe you do want to, but at least keep your mind open. And then later on, you're at your thesis, and I don't know, what is there to say? You want to sum up your results. And I try to let students do that as much as possible on their own. I make them write the first draft because there's no value in thesis if I write the first draft. I can give them guidance as saying you have an introduction, historical overview, some experimental procedure, and then results, that sort of thing. But that's about all I can do. And then they have to write up their thesis. I did that myself. I sat down, I had to do it differently. I had to do it with a pen and paper and wrote it all out by hand in 1976. We didn't even have personal computers. There was no such thing. So you had to write it all out and then give it to a typist. You'd hire a typist to type it up for you. But you have to realize the burden is on you at that point to communicate your results. Now, hopefully, if your thesis advisor is a good one, they're going to take that first draft, and hopefully you've put good work into it. But the thesis advisor will take it and look at it and read it carefully and then make further suggestions. You can't expect the thesis advisor to correct every little dot every I and cross every T, but you can expect ideas from them. And that's what you should expect. And Well, other than that, I don't know. You go through 3 or 4 iterations of that. You give it back to the student, and they make some changes. They give it back to you. You read it again, and that goes on for however many cycles it has to. And I've gone through as many as 7 or 8 variations of people's theses, and other people I've had to only go through 2 or 3. Some people write better. Some people just think better. They're better at formulating the ideas. So I don't know. That's the best I can do. I've had people in all categories of that.
Thank you.